Alright guys, it is 7 o'clock and time for some farming simulator. So you might notice, if you're paying attention, that the background music is a little different tonight. I promise this is the worst of the songs that are on there. And actually with the game sound, I might need to turn that up a little bit. But that's a thing for another time. Yeah, I think next week I might actually take this song off of the playlist. It's not a super long playlist, but this is my least favorite song on it, so I thought maybe it would work, but I'm just not feeling it. But let us get to work. As you recall, sorry, I just finished dinner and it makes me phlegmy. I'm going to try not to do that with the mic on so much. But if you remember from the last time we played, we had not that many options left for trees to cut down. So on this side, we have, as you can see, this what looks like a deadwood, this like relatively tall guy, medium tall guy, and then these two kind of like bushier looking trees. And most of this is not going to net us a lot of money. Now I am going to go ahead and winch them down to the sawmill just to get them out of the way. But yeah, so that's it. Now down on the other end, we've actually got several tall guys. Another dead tree, unfortunately. And some smaller guys, but several of the taller ones are going to do pretty good for us. So let's start on this end, clear it out, finish it out. And then we can get started on the actual good stuff. So let's go ahead. Really the thing to get out of the way here is probably, well, let's get these guys out of the way. They're just kind of a pain. I can pull both of them with the winch at one time. That's not going to be an issue. The issue is just debranching. It's pain in the butt, and they don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my gosh. I might not even do branch. I might literally just like... Okay. See how irritating this is? Come on. So the great thing for these is the old sawmill on this map, because you can just throw them in that lake and all of the wood gets put into the system, and branches and everything. There's no delimbing necessary. Which is awesome, especially for these, because like the harvester only does so much. Like it doesn't do these kind of trees, it just does like the tall pines and stuff. Yeah, these are just irritating. If you are planting them, I don't know why you would plant these, except maybe aesthetics, and then just do it from the decoration menu. But yeah. Interestingly enough, there is something you can do, like liter per liter. The elm, the American elm, actually has the most liters of wood out of all the trees in the game. So if you planted a bunch of those near the sawmill, and just we're able to drop them directly into the lake, like I was talking about. And once we get to that point in the game, we'll run over there and I'll show you that whole system and how it works, and we'll be buying that eventually, so look forward to that. But yeah, if you can plant it right next to the lake and then just cut it so it drops straight into the lake, it's actually a better option than like any of the pines. But really only in that very niche situation. Unfortunately, the old sawmill is not a building you can have on every map. It's exclusive to Silveron, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. Not a trick you can do all the time. I mean, I guess you could use a yarder to get an elm tree over to like a normal sawmill on any other map. Oh, I hate when it does this. Like, you gotta get the thing lined up on it just right. And there's so few angles that work. There we go. Alright. Let's winch this guy in. See how light it is? The tractor's not even moving. One. There we go. Didn't have my thing. Not detach. Let's grab it again. Then winch this one over. And then we can just rope them together real quick. Alright. Yeah, so those remaining 3 trees, that's like a dogwood over there, that bushy guy. I confirm that, but yeah, see how it has like multiple trunks and stuff? You can't cut that down with a chainsaw even, or a harvester. That you literally have to use a like a forestry mulcher and just sawdust it. Or turn it into wood chips, I guess is the correct way to say that. Alright. Since these are so light... Oh, we forgot a limb on one of them. I think this is a dogwood or something too also. Yeah. I might grab those 2 little guys there. And bring them with us as well. Or, there's this guy. I should grab that. And maybe this little one on the outside? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. First things first. Put down this guy, and I can probably just carry this right over to the winch, which will make that nice and easy. The sad part is this is probably going to be like the most valuable part of this haul. Right here. And honestly, I think I can carry this also once it's like debranched. Actually. There we go. I don't know. Raining? Is that wind? Or is that water? I think that's the water. Nope, never mind. It's raining. Come on. Did I not pick that up? I guess not. Alright, let's grab the winch then. So we're going to release these. Man, it's like a windy storm too. And before I do that, let's see about debranching the rest of this. Can I not do that here? Oh, can't do it here. Love that. So this would be a good reason to visit our other property. So we'll probably do that on our way down. Now that we have the new property, I can cut everything on there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, we can't drag that over here. Yep, pretty easy. Alright, length of the rope is too long. Thankfully I can move this one by hand. Bring it up close to where everything else is. There we go. Yeah, let's get rolling. And that one has an extra branch too. Yep, doing good. Doing good. Yeah, so if you missed the end of the last episode, or stream, I guess it's not YouTube. I used to do YouTube, so I always think in terms of episodes, but like, it streams over here, so. We actually managed to get ourselves a new piece of land. I can show you that on the map real quick. So this is where we've been harvesting from, and this right here is our new slice of land. So once we get to this curve, I can just pull up into this land, and then I can debranch the two guys there that are just sort of, that are almost completely debranched, but not completely. Yeah. And finish those off. It's frustrating that you can't do that unless you're on your own land. It's like, I get not being able to cut down a tree that isn't yours, but like, you can't debranch a tree unless it's cut down, which means you cut it down on your own land. So shouldn't you just be able to debranch it anywhere? I mean, that's my thought process. Maybe I'm wrong. You mean I'm not? This is my land. I gotta keep going. This is so frustrating. Like, where exactly is the border here? Yeah, there's a lot of trees on this section. Alright, Certainly no way I'm not on my land now. Come on. Come on. There it is. There's that one. I'm honestly not sure which one that is. Is that this? This guy? Did that make that go away? Looks like it made that go away. Alright, let's drive a little bit more, see if we got him. I think we got him. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Let's head on down to the sawmill. I'm not expecting to get very much for these. Like I said, with the weird branches sticking out of the sides and stuff, you usually don't get a ton for them. And then this happens. They get stuck on absolutely everything because of all the stupid little branches. So like, they're kind of the worst trees to winch anywhere. Like I said, I just needed to get them out of the way. If we want to do anything else with that land, they just don't need to be there. Ultimately, what I'd like to do is actually like use that for grass. And like, it's a tiny space, so I don't know if it would even be worth it, really. But we could give it a shot. But in the long run, it might just make sense to put my house there, because there's not a whole lot else I can do with that space. Oh, please don't get stuck on the train tracks. We don't need that. Okay, there we go. Jesus. And let me actually make sure the sawmill is still the best option for this. Okay. Wood. Yep, sawmill. No. And that's why you should pay attention to wherever you're driving. We can go around this way though. Took out a stop sign, nice. I think there was a slightly higher price in Elm Creek, but you gotta like rent a train for that, and it's like a whole thing. I don't want to mess with all that. I want to support local business and give the wood to them to do stuff with, so. Plus, like I said, you have to rent a train, and I'm not in a position to really do that. Like I said, we were able to buy a piece of land at the end of the last episode, but that left our cash a little low. So yeah, that's really not, renting anything is really not in the purview at the moment. Now the thing I'd like to do, once we're able to like officially purchase our equipment here, is like, I don't even own this tractor or winch yet, and I would like to. Obviously we want to secure another piece of land, and that's fine. And it makes total sense to do that, because like, the wood on the new piece of land won't last forever either. Although there is a lot more of it than there was on the first piece of land that we had. But I would like to lease the big yarder and set up an operation that takes things from the sell point here at the sawmill, or takes things from my land up on the hill down to the sell point here at the sawmill, just along the yarder line, so I don't have to like winch it all the way down here. Now I'll keep the winch still, because I'll need to drag stuff over to the yarder line, and that makes perfect sense. But yeah, like, I think that's probably going to be the most efficient upgrade for our operation as it stands right now. That way, like, I don't have to buy a new tractor with a front loader immediately, or a semi with a lumber trailer, or any of that. Like, I can literally just run things along a rope down to here. And even if it's not like the most cost effective, like even if this is not the place buying stuff for the most money at the time, like we'll be saving money in gas and maintenance costs on the tractor. And I don't know, it just makes sense to me because it's just going to be a lot easier. The other thing you might be asking is why the big yarder, like wouldn't the small one work? And you know, yeah, it would. But it uses the engine of your tractor, whereas the big one has its own engine. Oops. Woohoo! $188. I told you I wasn't gonna get nothing for those. I just had a feeling. That'll cover the leasing costs for like a day. Oh gosh. We knew that was going to be a bad trip, so no big deal. But yeah, so the big one has its own engine, and I can pull it with this tractor to wherever it needs to go. But it doesn't use this tractor's engine, so it doesn't have like a horsepower requirement because it has its own engine. Whereas the smaller one does have a horsepower requirement because it uses the tractor's engine to do the winch line. And it's bidirectional. The bigger one's bidirectional instead of like the small one being just omnidirectional. Like apparently it's only powerful enough to drag stuff downhill. Whereas the bigger one can go uphill or downhill. So you can put the actual yarder either at the bottom or the top of the setup instead of having to put it at the top. And that to me seems like a good plan. So like what I'd probably do is put the big yarder down at the sawmill, like over here, and run a line, oh, that's kind of loud, up to one of the trees, like the tallest tree that's on or around my land. It doesn't even have to be your tree, which is great. So just the tallest tree, like near where I'm working. And then we can just cut down stuff near that and yard it all the way down to the sawmill. Yeah, and I would eventually like to, if that works, I would like to buy the large yarder. It is $95,000 though, so it's a little out of reach at the moment. But leasing it should be fine. This is always a pleasant drive. Just heading back up here. I would not mind a slightly faster vehicle. But I've really come to love this little tractor here. It's done a lot for us. And so, like, when we go to officially buy this thing, it might not actually be this exact same tractor. Like, it'll be the same make and model, but, like, not the same one. But I'm going to pretend that it is. Because, like, that just feels right. All right. Let's head back up to the other side here. Okay, and see like this lodgepole just behind the deadwood there. Like we could attach the winch line to that, or like any of these trees over here, and run it down to the sawmill, which is like this way-ish, because it's a crazy long rope. and then just drag stuff down the hill to get to the sawmill. Alright. Now, I think we should tackle this dead wood. And again, I don't think the dead wood is going to be worth very much, and it's probably going to be heavy. Usually how these things go. It's hard to see. I dropped it right on the tractor. Perfect. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm definitely taking this song off the playlist. And I think I might turn the background music up for the next stream, because it is hard to hear over the equipment. And I would like to hear it. It's cool music. Like, save for maybe this song. It's just one of those things, like, I heard it and I'm like, maybe that'll work. It don't. It just doesn't. But that's okay. Yeah, this is pulling pretty easy, so let's cut the other one and add it to the mix here. Just take them both at the same time. That's not going to hurt anything. There we go. And again, like, these probably won't be worth very much at all. Hopefully more than the last couple things, but at least they're not heavy. They're long and they're straight, but like, I think the base value is just really low because they're dead. Let's see if we're close enough. Not quite. Alright. Let's release this. Grab the rope, put it on here, and then winch it over. Good. Did I grab a couple of small ones too? Yeah. There's no sense in taking... They're light enough that I can just take a couple of these small guys with me. I should go to the downslope side. I hate these bushes, man. They're such a pain in the butt. There we go. Oh. There we go. And let's grab another small guy. Will do. These would actually make pretty good Christmas trees, honestly. These little guys here. Looks like we got it. Alright, over here. There we go. To the sawmill. Yeah, this is a nice light load. Just trying to get rid of the stuff that I don't need on the land. There we go. Stuff that's not that valuable and whatever. Okay. GeoGod 27. I'm not sure what that means. I assume that's some sort of spam link. So, if you're in the chat, maybe don't click on that. And GeoGod 27, I apologize if that's a real link going to someplace cool. I don't think it is. But yeah, like, the yarder is just gonna simplify this, except for like creating a path to the sawmill, because obviously it's gonna go over land I don't own, and there's trees there that I won't be able to cut down and get out of the way. Yeah, hold on. Alright, there we go. So I just wanted to refresh the chat so that that little message there went away. Also, if you do like any of the background music, if you can hear it well enough to enjoy it, like I said, I'll probably turn that up for the next stream. It is all from freestockmusic.com. Royalty-free stuff as long as you attribute, which I'm doing here, verbally. And literally that's the link to the place, free-stock-music.com. Actually, some really good stuff on there. A lot of independent artists. This whole playlist is the Free Stock Music team. And really just because it has the shortest attribution, which I can actually fit in like the stream title. Whereas the independent artists, like, you have to credit every song, and I just don't have the character space to do that on a stream. Like in a video it would be fine, but yeah. It doesn't look like there's a train coming. That's good. And I noticed I didn't actually hear any sound in my headphones when that comment came through, so I will need to play with my streaming software and see if I can get like an alert tone for comments. I know some people's chat is like so active, which just, that would be that'd be a lot. So actually maybe I won't. I might not do that. Just look over occasionally. Usually I'll notice when they pop up. I have had people comment and like I've missed it for a minute or so. So apologies if that was you. But I do usually see them and respond as soon as I see them. Come on. There we go. There's the train. I do love that there's a train that goes through the town. I think it's like cool ambiance. Building up some traffic, that's always fun. And yeah, these will probably take through the train track opening since the train just went through. I won't be anticipating it coming for a minute. Yeah, getting stuck on stuff. I don't love that. Oh, so if you missed it, Giants has officially announced that Farming Sim 25 is coming. So that's exciting. I guess they are adding, I think they said buffalo for the animals, and then rice and spinach for the crops that you can grow. Like new machines specifically for those crops, and obviously new brands and stuff. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. I am definitely going to try to get it when it comes out, because 22 has been amazing, and so I can only imagine 25 will be just as awesome. But yeah. If you hadn't seen those videos, there's a bunch of them out there. That's what's going on. They announced that it's coming. I'm not sure exactly when the release date is. I don't know if they've even announced that officially. This early in the development cycle, I would kind of doubt it. Usually you don't want to put a timetable on something until you're like pretty sure exactly how much longer it's going to take. And like I said, it's still pretty early in the development cycle, so it's probably going to take a minute yet. But the way they release the games, they're typically out like the year before the title year, if I remember correctly. So I would guess that they're shooting for some time in 2024, probably like last quarter 2024 would be my guess, if I had to guess. And truthfully, it seems early in the development cycle to us, but they've probably been working on it for a minute. Yeah, see, deadwood is just not worth like anything. It is worth more than the spindly trees, though, with the branches sticking out that we brought earlier. So that's good. Now let's see about getting some real money trees, because I want to buy this tractor before the end of the stream. Like, that's the goal. And if I can also buy the Winch before the end of the stream, yeah, I'd be down for that. We're just kind of cruising down the road. Well, let me get on a straightaway. A relative straightaway. I want to see how much it would cost to lease the yarder. Be 95,000. Customize. Go to lease. I don't have enough money. Yes, thank you. But how much would it cost? That's so frustrating. I know I don't have enough money, but like, can you tell me how much it would be? Jeez. So apparently $1,720 is not enough to even lease the thing. Yikes. Yikes. Alright, well, that's good to know. Yeah, once we have the operation rolling with the yarder, if that turns out to be possible, I guess we'll see. Before I buy the tractor, I'll see if I can find out what the leasing cost is, because I'll have like 7,500 at that point. Hopefully the lease is not more than that. That'd be crazy. But yeah, once we can get that up and running and we make enough money, I want to go ahead and buy a house. And I'm just going to do the cheap one, like I said in some of the earlier streams. It's like a bombed out school bus. It's something that's specific to this map, I think, or it comes with the Platinum expansion, but I think you can use that on any of the maps once you have the Platinum expansion. But yeah, I think it's just so fitting for this this playthrough and this challenge, at least for the beginning. Just be like, yep, this is what I got. It's just an old school bus. Oh, come on. I know I say it literally every stream, but I wish there was like a little bridge here or something. We didn't have to do that awkward thing every time. Alright, so that's all bog, that's all bog. I think for that fallen tree, I would need to own the other piece of land. Because I could cut that out, but I think I have to own the other piece of land so I can cut the base of it. So that's probably just going to be there. That's an old tree stump that I will never be able to move, which is awesome. And then we've got these two guys, which we'll probably take both at the same time. We'll park this guy here. There's a lot fewer trees on this land now. Let me just see if I can cut this. Since it is kind of on my land, but I kind of doubt it. Yep. Didn't think so. Yeah, see, like, this is a decorative piece. I've played on this map before, and these show up occasionally, and you literally cannot move them. There's no way to delete it. You can't grind it down with a forestry mulcher. It's not like a decoration piece that you can use the construction menu to delete or sell or paint over or anything. It is literally just here, like the pre-made dirt roads, and you can't move it. There's no getting rid of it at all, ever. And like the rocks, I can break the rocks with a rock breaker attachment on the skid steer, which I think that's awesome. But yeah, like those petrified tree stumps or whatever they are, complete no-go. Cannot do anything with it. You just have to work around it. Which, like, I guess it adds a little extra challenge. But, like, it's not a challenge I was asking for. So, I know the series is starting out forestry, which kind of makes sense. Like, it's a great way to go from no money to some money in this game. But I don't intend for the series to always be, like, totally forestry. Even though we are on Silver Run. Like, I want to clear cut a lot of this land and turn it into fields and stuff and do some more traditional farming. Once we're to a point where we can do that. And I'm curious what you guys would want to see in more of that direction. Like, what kind of crops should we go for? What kind of production should we pick up? Do you want to see, like, the shipyard thing? It is a lot of forestry that feeds into it, but it's also like cotton and sheep. And like the spinnery to turn both into fabric. You get a little bit of that. You also get the iron mine and the iron foundry stuff as part of that as well, because you need the metal to build the ships. See, that's moving the tractor a little bit, so you know that's heavy. winch this on up. I can probably take both of these at the same time. That's my expectation. Oh yeah, we're pulling that just fine. Gamer Alley 24, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. That sounds like the username of someone I might know, actually. But yeah, so like I was saying, I do want to take the land that we've bought, kind of cut the trees off of it, turn it into fields, and do more traditional farming on said fields. That first piece of land may be an exception because it's so small. I just don't know that it would be worth it to work that, especially since it is such a challenge to get equipment over to it because of the stupid creek there. But like in previous playthroughs, like I clear cut everything to the right of this road, basically, and turned it into a cotton field. And it was pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. And literally, like, not just the trees, but like there's a bunch of rocks in there too. Got rid of those. I never actually used a plow. I used the forestry mulcher to turn it into a field so I could get rid of all the bushes and stuff. Now I know you can just paint the stuff to get rid of the bushes, so that's kind of silly. I probably will get a plow. Like, I'll just paint it to get rid of the bushes and then get a plow. But I'll probably still use the forestry mulcher to do the outline, because you just get more precise edges with it than you do with the plows typically. And I do like a nice straight edge. Maybe it's a little neurotic, but oh, they just look so good when you have that nice sharp edge running all the way down the field. I know a lot of people like more organic fields, shapes, and like the cotton field I made did have, it curved along the edge of the road, so it did have kind of an organic feel to it, but you also need that that like head fields and stuff, so you have a place to turn around when you're using the larger implements. And I kind of made the cotton field a little too big, so I found that out the hard way. Every time I went to get the field ready for the next planting, like I ran into the train signal bars that are over here. Yeah, every time ran right into them, and it like grabs your implement and flips your tractor around, and it becomes a whole thing, and that's just not fun. Not the way you want to farm if you can avoid it. Okay. I always get worried that they're just like gonna get stuck on the tracks there and get run over by the train while I'm still attached. I mean, if the train was that close, like, I would unattach and just let the train take the logs wherever they're gonna go, but yeah. I have definitely seen some videos where like the train will grab something that someone's pulling or what have you, and it just flips that thing into a red and sends it flying. And in the last stream that we did for Farming Simulator, we obviously got to see some of that. The train grabbed the logs several times because they just kept getting that one in particular just kept getting stuck. And in one instance, it kind of like helped us get it unstuck, and in the other instance, it got it like really, really hard stuck. And it was a bit of a beast getting it undone, let me tell you. Thankfully, these are much easier to move around than that one was last time. There's a train. Actually a pretty cool looking train, honestly. The red and the yellow, like the Iron Man train, really works. Really though, I have an appreciation for trains. My dad was sort of an enthusiast and had like model train sets and stuff. And yeah, like I'm definitely not as into him as he was, but I do enjoy seeing a cool train every now and again. And when I play city builders that have trains as an option, I usually put one in the city at some point because they're just cool. Like there's no denying it. Yeah, come on, around the fence. There we go. Yeah, so hopefully these 2 logs will net us a little bit more than like 400 bucks or whatever we've been getting. They aren't deadwood. They're actually like decent quality wood types and lengths and very straight. So I'm hopeful. I am hopeful. All right, so those are in place, or at least as in place as they need to be. Jump off the tractor here. What do we get? Hey, almost 2,000. That's great. I'll take that. Alright, let's go get some more. That's kind of the whole forestry gig. But that's why the arter is so important, because like it can cut out all of this travel time. And just make the trips faster, and thus the whole process just faster and more profitable. Now, honestly, third time around, the song's not as bad as it was the first 2. Maybe we'll leave it, I don't know. I think I might move it to the end of the playlist, at least, though. Because, like, I don't need to be starting my streams with that. I think it's just a little too much to start with. I'm going over a rock here. Oh, jeez. Alright, so try not to drive through the forest unless you can see where you're going. There we go. On the road again. Good old Billy. Bet I don't have the rights to play that on here. That one I could listen to for a while. I can honk. Yeah. Look out, Mr. Deer. Come through. Yeah, that one's followed by like a nice kind of rock song, which is cool. I think we finished this side, but I'm just gonna run over here and check real quick. No tree left behind, right? Yep, small ones are gone, big ones are gone. Now it's just these guys. I say just, but like, these are actually going to be some decent payout trees, I think. Whoa, 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 wrong button, wrong button. Alright. So question is, do I want to like just take them in order? I might as well. I might do the small one with this one also. Since I'm gonna try and take these one at a time because I think they're gonna be pretty heavy. Oh, okay. That fell off. There we go. Those branches off, those branches off. There we go. There's my tractor. Down here. Do that winch rope. Just drag that down here. Just rotating. Now let's pull on. Yeah, I think we can take the small one too. I don't see any problem with that. Didn't move the tractor that much. Ugh. Gotta be able to get through it. There we go. No, let's move this. It's like in a bush. That's a nice thing about the small ones, is like if they're in a bad place to debranch them, you can just move them. Grab them with your hand. They're also exceptionally easy to load on whatever vehicle you're using to transport. So, another thing to consider. But yeah, they're not worth like a ton, so are there any other small ones that we can take? Okay. Those are not on my property. These two guys, and then this guy. I think that might be it. Yeah, I think they're all gonna be... like, this one's probably a trip by itself. This one's gonna be a trip by itself, and then these two probably together. Like 3 more trips from this piece of land. That'd be my guess. Come on. There it goes. Oh, geez. Oh, okay. I got like a weird angle there, and it just like turned me way to the side. Not what I was trying to do. Gamer Alley 24, hello. How is it going tonight? Well, I do appreciate that, and that confirms my suspicions that you are someone that I know. Everyone watching, I am positive that that is my wife on the other end there. She's great. And I do appreciate the moderation. I actually had a comment a little bit earlier. I'm pretty sure it's like a spam bot or something. I just dropped a link in the chat to some random website, like mostly letters and numbers. So that's why we need moderators. I appreciate that. Yeah, that definitely needed to be deleted. Now it's getting dark, so let's turn the lights on. always forget that this tractor is like kind of basic compared to what I'm used to. So you hit the lights once and that's it. Like it doesn't have 3 or 4 different light settings to cycle through. But that's okay. I kind of love this tractor. It's amazing what it can do with 50 horsepower. Like, I'm thoroughly impressed. If it's this good in reality, I kind of want one. Which I know is stupid because my backyard is like the size of a postage stamp. And not big enough for even like this size of tractor. Like, not by a long shot. But it would be really cool to have one. And yeah, I have no clue what the heck I would even use it for. Alright. Yeah, this guy's getting a little difficult to pull. So I think we'll get some good returns from this. But judging from what's left on that piece of land, I don't think I'm going to have enough to get both pieces of equipment, like, owned. But I am hoping that it will be enough to own the tractor. If not, we can take a couple trees extra from the new piece of land and kind of make that happen. But I think there's going to be plenty on there to afford a third piece of land plus like a decent amount of equipment as well. Turn. No. I'm hoping when 25 comes out that the physics are just a touch better and the logs don't like get stuck on everything. That would be helpful for the whole forestry side of the game. Come on. I know part of it is just like the log is heavy and the tractor is also kind of like back heavy, so it's kind of lifting my front wheels so I'm not able to turn when they're in the air. Like, I know that's part of it, but I wish it wouldn't get stuck on everything. Like I said, it's yeah, this is nowhere near as difficult as the one tree in the last stream. Like, that was a nightmare. I kind of don't want to ever do one like that again. Like, seriously, if it's that hard to pull, I'll just cut it in half. I did see a train come through late recently, so I don't think we'll have any problems. Yeah, you just got to see it there. Tractor was popping a wheelie because the log on the back is kind of heavy. Come on. Come on. Alright. Go onto the tracks just a little bit so we can round that corner better. Aha. Got it. Mostly. Come on. Alright, we'll go through here. That's fine. Good. I got loud. always forget that it's going to do that. Like when it zooms in, it's just going to be like way louder. You get used to it at a certain volume, and then it's just like very suddenly much louder. Alright, what did we get? Oh yeah. Like almost 2,700. That's not bad. But if we keep that up, maybe I will be able to buy the winch. We've basically gotten rid of all of the, like, not really that valuable trees on that piece of land, so should be pretty good on that front. Alright, I'm gonna cut through the woods tonight, so that's probably not a great plan, but at the moment, I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, you can see kind of like the path that the tree would take from our land to the sawmill. Actually go over that big lake there. It's not a huge distance, honestly. That's why you don't drive through the forest at night. You run into trees. You drive over streams you did not mean to drive over. And there we go. Up to the bridge. Smooth sailing from here. Yeah, it should be pretty easy to get the trees through there. And the next piece of land that we buy is actually one of the ones that would be going over, so one of the spaces where we'd be dragging the trees through, which would be helpful because then I won't have as much to drag the trees through. You get what I mean. Let's jump out, turn on my flashlight. Alright, I think this guy is its own trip. Like I said, these are on other land. They're not mine. Yeah, you are definitely going to be a one-trip wonder here. There we go. It's in a bush. Love that. Not really. Alright, I think I got everything. Yeah, it looks like it. Let's jump back to the tractor here. And put this on an end. Yep. There we go. Literally rolling downhill. Alright, let's actually release this. Go over the creek here. And then I'm going to jump out and reattach that. See, this is why I need a house. So I can sleep through the night and not have the darkness the whole time. Come on. I think I said this in the last stream. I don't know if the direction that you're pulling the log matters. Like if you're pulling it from the top or the bottom. But like if real physics are at play, I would suspect that the top is easier. Just because the top isn't gonna like catch on stuff, whereas the bottom would just like sort of drag on the ground and catch everything. Oh, I do not love how dark it is. Yeah, like I literally can't see what I'm stuck on, if I'm stuck on something. Alright, I think we're doing okay here. We just gotta drag it along. Yeah, I was right to only do one for this. Two would have been way too much. And I think this one will be worth a decent bit. If my suspicions are correct, and hopefully we'll actually be able to buy the tractor right after we deliver this guy. Oh, but it's gonna be slow going. I can tell already. Come on. It's just whipping me around here. Wants to push me into this tree, I guess. Come on. Oh my goodness, it's so dark. It's like literally under my wheel. Yeah, it's just catching on everything, looks like. Back up a little, turn wheels, and get off of the top of it. Alright, let me, if we fix that, let's actually give this a little slack. Just a little. That should help a little. Hopefully. Come on, Mr. Tractor. Singing your praises earlier, so do me proud now. I mean, this is a lot to ask a little 50 horsepower tractor to do. drag a giant tree through the woods in the dark. It's almost sounding like one of our parents' stories. How to drag a giant tree through the woods in the dark, through the snow, uphill, both ways, for 20 miles. I did that 3 times a day, just to get to school. You know those stories. Good stories. And like, I know I don't believe all of it. Like, I kind of believe half of it. Like, what do y'all think? Is it... How serious are our parents being? Did they have to walk to school? Was it 20 miles? Was it 10 miles? Was it through the snow? Like, certainly not uphill both ways, but could be uphill one way. I mean, I didn't hate school, but I can't imagine being that desperate to get to school. Just me. It's doing this thing again. Kind of did this last time with, like, the super heavy log. We ended up taking it just straight through the woods. Looks like it's going to be another one of those. Yeah, there's just no keeping it going around that corner there. That's fine. Go through the woods. Now, thankfully, I'm not going so fast that I'm going to not see a tree that I'm going to run into or anything. So that's helpful. Honestly, even this, I think, is making a little bit better progress than the one tree the other night. Like, it's slow going, obviously, but it's not impossible so far. Trying to see what's beyond this tree here. I think I need to shoot between that little one and that big one, but I think there's another tree like right there. Come on. Yep. Pull it. Ugh. Yeah, this is slow going. I'd love if we could actually, like, see it a little bit. Yeah, it is a dark night. Okay, making some progress now. Alright. I don't know what it was caught on, but I'm glad it's moving now. Maybe it was like on a rock or something. Oh, I need to go around this. Don't run me into the tree, please. Tight fit through here, but I think we got it. Yep, looks like we're heading nice and straight. I'm gonna shoot straight through the trees here. Oh, there's so many trees. Can't see. There we go. Getting there now. Alright, almost to the train tracks. Do we need to turn a little bit for... Okay, we're clear. For the moment. Nope. There we go. Like, this is one of those scenarios I was talking about, where I'm like, afraid I'm not gonna get it across the tracks in time. Nothing's coming yet, though. Come on. Like, I can't take forever. A train will come eventually. I do not want this log on the tracks when that happens. Yeah, this is definitely better than that one from the last stream. That got hard stuck on the tracks, and I had to wait for the train to hit it to get it to move. So, it looks like we are actually clear. Nice. Now, we just gotta round the corner. That's a challenge in and of itself. Usually involves me stopping and backing up, and like yank it to the side. Like, let's get a good angle on it before we do that. My front wheels are not touching the ground very often, so... Alright. Okay. Maybe just a little bit of the way there. There we go. And the traffic's already starting to pile up. And that's always fun. Y'all know how much I love that. So it might be another one of those turn the traffic off nights. Alright, come on. I just need it to not get stuck on anything. You're probably asking for too much, but I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. Come on. It's stuck on something, isn't it? So it is. I hate that so much. Like, it's literally just touching a light pole. Like, why would it be stuck on that? It makes no sense. Alright. Come on. Come on, log. Nope. And we're free. For now. Until the cars run over the log. And then we'll be stuck again. Which is why we always end up turning off the traffic in these situations. Ignore them, they're not there. We are rubbing against that wall, but it doesn't stick like the light pole for some reason. And I'm glad for that. I'm very glad for that. And here we go. No good way to make it not hit this car, and it's just gonna like super stick. Yep, see, there it is. Alright, traffic off. Every stream. At least once every stream. Let's see here. In here? Okay, traffic. Boom, done. Yeah, I've struggled with the traffic before, like just trying to get it unstuck from them, and it's just easier to turn it off. Just so much easier to turn it off. So, since it's middle of the night, I'm gonna assume there's not gonna be that much traffic on the road. And we'll turn it back on after we deliver this. Like, why would there be traffic on the road at like, I guess it's only 8:30. Still though, that's a lot of cars for a small town at 8:30 at night. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. A town this small, you got like 5 or 6 cars stacked up behind one tractor at 8:30 in the middle of the night. I don't buy it. Come on. I'm gonna get it just follow me right behind, like straight back. Not quite. This is good though. This is working. I wonder if traffic off also turns off the train. Or if that's like a separate thing. I kind of think it leaves the train on, but I'm not sure. Alright, so how much do you guys think this tree is worth? Let me know in the chat box or in the comments if you're watching this after. Unless someone in the chat box gets it, and then you'll know, obviously, but... Seems like I might have a minute to take a drink. Yes, I do have a Stanley. No, it's not paid advertising. It does keep your drink cold for a long time. And I have heard the lead thing, but it's like the inside. It's not actually touching your drink or anything, so. Lead's used in a lot of manufacturing processes and to seal stuff and like fill in space between layers and all kinds of stuff, so. Honestly, I'm okay with it. I don't think it's a big deal, and there's not that much in there. Also, I will say, if you are a Stanley owner and you've not taken the turning piece, the straw cover piece off of the lid and cleaned under that, you should give that a look. Well, that answers the traffic question. The train is not part of traffic, so even when traffic's off, it is not. Good to know. It's also good that it just passed, because then it won't be in our way while we try to go through here. For which I'm grateful. Now, I need to get this to turn a little bit. Oh, no. Not gonna turn, huh? Okay, no. Gonna have to, because I can only go so far in that direction. Yep, just does not want to go that way, I guess. Hopefully I can get this thing turned before another train comes. Like, that one just came through, so I think it'll be fine, but it is being difficult. Like, this is not the place to be difficult. It's like, don't make me slingshot you over to the cell area. I've done it before, and I will do it again if I must. Come on. You got it. Alright, let's get in there. Swinging around the fence. That's the hardest part, honestly. Alright, I think that's the worst of it right there. I just need to swing it to the side a little bit so I don't run into that, the supports for this train signal. There we go. Alright, it's like tantalizingly close. Now this thing is super duper long. Like the end of it is way back there. Thankfully, I don't have to get the whole thing in this yellow box, just like even a little piece of it. And that works, so. And we're definitely through the worst of it. No obstacles, just gotta drag it the last few feet. So much better than the nightmare tree, as I'm going to call it from now on, from last stream. Alright, that should be good enough. How much faster I go when I'm not dragging that tree. Alright, jump out of here. Much. Oh yeah, almost 4,000 for that one tree. I figured it would be good, because they're a pain in the butt to move. That means we can officially buy the tractor instead of leasing it. So let's go do that. We can also check on how much it will cost to lease the yarder, and if it still tells me I don't have enough money, then maybe leasing it is not going to be a good option, because like if it costs more than 10,000 to lease it, then I might as well just buy the thing. Like, really. But yeah, it's funny because like because the bigger one has its own engine and I just need to pull that one as opposed to like operate it with the tractor engine, this small 50 horsepower tractor can use the bigger one, but not the small one. Just makes me laugh inside a little bit. I mean, you gotta love that. And then once we have the yarder, it'd be good to like save up and get a harvester, so I'm not having to like chainsaw everything. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to drop our winch, because we're still going to need that. So we're going to bring this back, set it right here. Right here. And the lights off. Alright, and let's go into... Oh, wrong menu. Leased items. Select. And we can return this. Yep. Cool. So it's now just the winch that has been leased. And we can come in here and officially buy our tractor. It'll be ours forever, or until I decide to sell it, but I kind of love this thing, so I don't think I'm gonna sell it. But it's kind of awesome. We're gonna customize this. Standard wheel configuration or wide tires. I mean, for what we're doing, wide tires kind of makes more sense. You have more traction. It's only an extra 150 bucks. And there's no license plate. Oh, can we put a license plate on it? Oh, that's cool. FS22 Silver Run Forest. There you go. Type 1, Type 2. And back only. Alright, so what should we do? Let's see. If this will fit. Okay, Born to Tow does fit, but then I have this random letter at the end. Exclamation point? Yeah. Okay. Aha. Oh. I closed my window, but not your guys, so. Yeah, I'll take it. Let's do this thing. 7,650 bucks, and it is ours. Officially, we own this tractor. The the same one we've been using this whole time. We just bought the one we were leasing. It's not brand new or shiny or anything. So, yeah. Yeah, listen to that baby purr. Not so much purr, I guess, but... I like the bigger tires, actually. Alright, no train coming, that's good. And it seems like we can see a little bit better, which is also good. I do like that. It was real dark before. I think the moon like comes out at a certain point, so like when the night first starts it's super dark, and then it's just like not nearly as dark because the moon's out. It's a little twisted, but it works. It works. Yeah, we got our tractor, and like we've got 2,500 left, and two or three more probably decent value trees on the land. We might be able to get the winch. We might actually be able to get the winch. So, oh, I forgot to look at the lease cost. Oh my gosh, I'm dumb. All right, we'll sell these, then we'll look at the lease cost. Sell the last couple trees on our land here. Oh man, why would I do that? I had 10 grand. I just looked at it really fast. I was too excited about the tractor, guys. Buying a tractor versus leasing a tractor, like, it's so much better. It's such a bigger moment, you know. And we officially own a tractor. Is it massive? Nah. Is it very much horsepower? Again, not really. But darn it, it's ours. And I love it. Alright, now I was saying this one is probably a trip by itself. These two are maybe small enough that I can take them at the same time. Let's try to do that. And I should turn on my flashlight so I can see what I'm doing. Even if just a little bit. Nope. Ah, all right. Sorry, guys. Emergency mute there. And as I usually catch my sneezes, so like they're not actually that loud, but. Okay, of course. Like, I've now exited my land, apparently. Okay, got that one. So you can debranch on other land? That's interesting. Okay. Thank you, moderator. For moderating. Appreciate that. Alright, so let's grab this. Drag the top of this over to the tractor. feel like it kind of grows on you. I wasn't a fan of this song at the start of the stream, but it really comes up on you, you know? Okay, so now let's drop this guy. Let's actually drop it this direction. Make sure it stays on the land just in case. Looks like we might not need to do that, but I wonder if standing on your tree counts as like your land. Oh, I forgot to turn the traffic back on, didn't I? Okay. Alright, that's done. So many bushes. I have no idea if I got even close to all of the branches on that. Let's release this guy. Grab the winch rope. Run over here. Yeah, it always kind of like has a little hiccup when you attach the rope at first. Kind of weird, but it's a weird quirk of the game, I guess. Alright, come on, log. Come on down close to the front of this other one. Oh, alright. Okay, no, we're gonna have to release. Nope. Release those. Let's hop in this. Okay, park that there. Alright, touch this. Bring it over. Okay. Release it. Drag this one forward a little bit. Good. Perfect. Alright, Mr. Tractor. Let's see if your license plate is correct. So far it has been. Alright. Yeah, we're moving them. It's not too bad. And see, now with this setup, if it proves that 2 is too heavy, I can just release 1 and come back for it if need be. Which is perfect. So like I don't have to cut the trees in half, I can just like drop the extra. So far so good. Alright, I'm just enjoying the background music. This is probably my favorite song on the whole playlist. It's like a fun, kind of rocky song. It sort of reminded me of the theme that they do on the Home Depot commercials, so it felt fitting for this game. Yeah. It actually got some good music on that site. I was a little bit surprised. I didn't love that particular artist's stuff at first. So I wasn't really giving it a chance for a while, and then like I realized I wouldn't be able to fit the attribution of the other artists, so I gave it like more of a chance. And yeah, it's actually, there's some ones on there that are weird and they're not in any of my playlists, and I was just like, I don't have a place for this song. But yeah, most of these are pretty good. And I think this is my shortest playlist. Like I was looking for mostly acoustic stuff, and for whatever reason, a lot of their acoustic stuff is like more geared to children. So like they throw in heavy xylophone in all of it. I was like, I was just not there for it. Like, I don't hate the xylophone, but that's just not the vibe I was going for. So. But yeah, like what I managed to find is pretty good. There's that one song, like I'm still not sure if I love it. I definitely don't want it to start the playlist, I know that. Also, that rock song probably is not the right vibe for the start of the playlist either. They'll have to like move those around a little, but oh, that was a finger. Getting there. No, I'm not going through the forest again. I don't want to go through the forest again. Please don't make me. Let me turn. Come on. There we go. That did it. Yeah, that other one, I definitely wouldn't have been able to make the turn for that. It was not happening. This one, not too bad. So yeah, the current plan is, by the winch, use wood from the new land to secure a third piece of land that will basically just leave untouched while we're working on the second piece of land, so we have something to go to when the second piece of land is used up. And any money past buying that third piece of land we'll use to lease the yarder and hopefully eventually buy the yarder, and then we'll start looking at harvesters. Because like, the chainsaw is fun, but having a harvester is so much better. Like, so much better. But they're expensive. Like, the cheapest one is 150,000 or something, and it doesn't even do all the tree sizes. Like, it's yeah, it's not big enough to tackle the like absolutely thickest trunks, you know. Although the Volvo excavators also have tree harvesting attachments, so I'll have to look at the price points on those, I think, also. Because the one I'm thinking of is the Komatsu harvester. And it's a good harvester. Like, it definitely is. But yeah, it just, like, I know it's not going to tackle every tree size. I think the Volvos might do a little bit better at that, but I don't know for sure. Honestly, once we're on a straightaway, like, let's just look at it. We'll pull up in the shop and see what our options are. Actually, the nice thing about the Volvo excavator is it has other attachments that you can use too to make it a little bit more versatile. Like, it has a it literally has a forestry mulcher attachment, It's a little awkward to use. But once you get the hang of it, it's actually kind of a real smart design. It's like when I first looked at it, I was like, man, like how exactly are you supposed to use this thing? Like it's this mulcher on an arm. And you're just like, isn't it supposed to go on the ground? But you can put the arm on the ground and then like swing the cab to the side, and it just drags along the side of the excavator as you roll down your path. So instead of it being like mounted on the front or the back, it's mounted on the side essentially, and that's how you use it. Yeah, I thought it was real smart, honestly. So whoever designed that, bravo. Good on ya. If I had a cookie to give you and I knew where to send it, I'd send you a cookie. Assuming you would enjoy cookies. I know that wouldn't be much of a prize for someone that doesn't, so. If that's not your thing, I get it. I do enjoy a good cookie, though. Actually, one of my favorites, and it's stupid because, like, it's not even a cookie place, but, like, if you've never been to Panera and had their royal iced cookies, and the shape changes by season. So, like, sometimes it's a flip-flop, and sometimes it's a tulip flower. And I think in the winter it's like a snowman or a snowflake or some such thing. Point is, if you've never had one, they're amazing, and you should try one. Like this. This is ridiculous. Why is it stuck on a light pole? It makes no sense. Like, what is the light pole covered in tar? Like, it's crazy. Every single log sticks to that pole. Every single one. Yeah, I'm just trying to get these out of the street so the cars can go away. Again, it's like almost 11 o'clock at night, and somehow there's 5 cars out on the road just like chilling. Like, go home. Go to bed. Why are you out? This is a small town, because I thought it was. You literally have a general store, the building right in front of me. Like, how are there 5 people out at 11 o'clock at night? And not just out, like, literally driving around. And here's the 6th person. It's crazy. Raining again? Looks like it's raining again. Yeah. Oh, if you guys didn't know, for the regular crops, like the grain crops, apparently if it is raining when you go to harvest them, you only get like 50% of the yield. Which kind of sucks. But that's why a lot of players will run 2-day months. So that in case it's raining one day, like hopefully the second day it won't be, so they can harvest on the second day and like still be fine. Come on, turn. Please don't get stuck on the car. And you're stuck in the car, aren't you? At least it's all like bushes on the edge here and not like whole trees. Actually, in my private playthrough, like, this whole section to my right is also deforested, and I put, like, buildings here. Because it's literally part of the land that you start with at the very beginning. Like, it's crazy how much the, like, new player setting, the easy setting, just, like, gives you. Like, it gave me, a forwarder to transport the logs, it gave me a tree harvester, it gave me a tractor, not dissimilar to this one, but with less horsepower, and the winch, which, like, at the time I didn't know the value of, so I didn't use at all. Had I known, I probably would have used it more often. And then, yeah, the piece of land that we just bought in the last stream, and then the other one that kind of, like, connects to it, and is, like, all of this big section here. Like, it's just a lot of stuff to start with, in my opinion. Yeah, go on, get out of here. Get out of here. Alright, so let's start trying to turn a little bit. I love the rain sounds in this. Like, they're pretty spot on. At least the thunder is. Like, it sounds like it's thundering outside. I'd never know the difference. I feel like, how is there this much traffic at, like, past 11 o'clock at night in a small town? Like, I get if it's, like, a city or something. There's a lot of people in cities staying up doing stuff. Like, this is supposed to be a small town. The whole town fits on a couple acres of land. Alright, there we go. Come on. Get around the fence. You can literally hear it hitting the metal roof. Like, that's attention to detail. Bravo, Giants. Like, that's great. Good work. Just good work. Sorry, guys. And here comes a train. Thankfully, like, we should be out of the way. Nothing where moving or a tractor should be in the way for that. That was a good timing, though. Come on, Mr. Train. Tis dark. Yeah, and hopefully the lodge pole won't be so difficult to move. That's my hope. Anyway. And I could have taken these one at a time, and it probably would have been a lot easier to do that. But, like, I don't want to make more trips than I have to. Alright, release them. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, almost $4,000 for both of those. I actually think we're gonna have enough to get the winch. Like, I kind of don't believe it, but I think we're literally going to have enough. Like, if it's 1,500 or like $2,000, something like that. Yeah, like that'll do it. It'll literally be enough. and then we won't have to worry about like leasing costs coming out anymore. I think there'll still be like just a skosh of property maintenance because of the 2 properties that we own, but they're undeveloped currently, so it wouldn't be that much. Sarah Glenn 1, hey, how's it going? Doing good. How about yourself? I'm apparently stuck on a tree for the moment. That's awesome. Glad to hear it. Alright. Stairs here. Okay. Got it. Let's hop over this. Over here. Day's been pretty good, actually. A lot of it was spent kind of building the background music playlist for the stream, which I said a little bit earlier in the stream how I need to turn it up for the next one. But yeah. So far, pretty good. We just bought the tractor. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. We were leasing this tractor. We just bought it a couple minutes ago. And we've got like 1 tree left on my first property, and I think it will be enough to buy the winch instead of just leasing it. Originally Ohio, but yeah, we're in the Florida area now. Yeah. What about yourself? Where do you hail from? Nope, don't need that yet. Okay, gotcha. Well, I am glad that you found the stream. Honestly, just trying to do something I'm passionate about. I love video games. I've played them for a really, really long time. And, like, I can't think of anything more fun to do, honestly. So, yeah. I've got a couple. My biggest time sink is probably Minecraft. But this and RimWorlds are slowly catching up to that. And I have a feeling when Farm Sim 25 comes out, that is also going to be a lot of hours spent. Oh crap. That's not great. I have not played Valorant, and I'm honestly not sure what RDR22 is. Or RDR2? But yes, do love Minecraft. Oh, Red Dead Redemption. Yes, I have heard of Red Dead Redemption. Actually, my youth minister plays that. Alright, let's see if I can flip this guy over. I kind of doubt it. Yeah, I've heard good things. Like I said, I haven't actually played yet. What is the, what's the genre of Red Dead Redemption? Okay, not so much. We're gonna have to reset that. So like, is it like a role-playing game or like a first-person shooter or? Let's reset that too. And let's jump down to the shop. Okay. Very cool. So it kind of has some of the Minecraft vibes. I assume better graphics though. Yeah, I mean, so right now I'm playing the 3 games I mentioned, this, Minecraft, and RimWorld. So this is Tuesdays, RimWorld is Thursdays, and then Minecraft is Saturdays at 7, typically. Not this Saturday, unfortunately, I've got plans, but I'm also kind of looking at EVE Online, maybe adding that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I used to play EVE a while ago, and I kind of swore that I'd never play it again, and I've just been looking at it again recently. So my last job was actually in the collectibles business. I worked for a company that like graded trading cards. But now I basically just do this, at least for the moment. Yeah. This I absolutely love. The last gig was pretty fun, but like it kind of fed the need to like want to buy a bunch of trading cards, which is not great for my financial situation. So that was a little problematic. I did end up with some cool cards from it. If you've ever heard of MetaZoo, I got one of their like their launch cards. It's last time I looked, it was like $400, so that's not too bad. Oh, nice. I mean, that would come in handy for sure. I assume you do like overlays and the different like starting soon, ending soon screens and all that. Yeah, that's cool. I know how to use the basics of GIMP, but like I am far from a professional, so yeah, I think that would be cool, actually. I don't know if I'm to a point yet where I'd be like buying, but I definitely would love to see it. I know eventually I'm going to need to, but right now, yeah, not so much. CID. Yeah, just starting out, so I'm not sure what that means. Discord, yes. So it'd be on Discord, it's just the same name as I have on here, Pastor CJ Kent. Mr. Tractor. Okay, perfect. I appreciate it. I'll probably take a look at it in the next couple days. Unfortunately, tomorrow is like completely booked out for me, but weirdly not a ton of plans on Thursday yet. That's why we check the minimap. Don't want to get hit by a train. Actually, that was a good time to test the debranching theory. Looks like a mystical. Oh yeah, doesn't matter where you are, you can debranch. That's awesome. Well, I take back what I said earlier in the stream. It's, you can debranch anywhere, and that's awesome. Thank you, Giants. That's a smart game design decision there. I do wish the light posts were less sticky, though. I feel like that might also be a smart game decision. It's moving, it's just going slow. Come on. I do think the bigger tires actually help with traction for the towing. They were well worth the $150 that we paid for them. At least, I feel like they were. Yeah, just the one guy following so far. No big deal. Alright, let's slide to the side so these guys don't get in our way. Nothing worse than being like pincered between cars going opposite directions. Makes it impossible to get through there. Oop. This guy. Just inching forward. Alright, Mr. Log, please be like 1500 or more. That would be most excellent. Preferably like 2000 or more, actually. Just in case there's like property maintenance or something, but such a good looking tractor. I do like it. Yeah. Alright. 1594. It's not quite the 2K that I was hoping for, but I think it'll be enough. I think it will be enough. Let's go officially buy our winch. Rain's coming. Let's wait for that to pass before I try to sneak through there. Alright. Good to go. Alright, and let's check the leasing cost of the yarder before we buy our winch. And hopefully it's not still too expensive when I've got like 7,700. I wish I had done it when I had the 10K, but too excited about the tractor, man. Had to grab it. And I love the storm sounds. Like, they're just giving me very calm, chill vibes. I'm really here for it. Alright, so let's drop the winch off here. Don't know if that matters. I know when you sell stuff at the shop, you get a little bit more for it than if you like sell it from wherever. Such a good looking tractor. Okay. Jump in here. Go to forestry equipment. And scroll on over to the yarder. This is a beautiful piece of equipment. I cannot wait to have one. Okay, so yes. Base cost is 1900. Then per work day. So when we lease it, we'll pay almost 2000. Then every day we will pay another 1000, basically. Every day we have it, it'll cost us 1000. Which for the number of trees we'll be moving down to the sawmill, that's not a big deal. We can cover that cost. And then per work hour is another 2000. That's expensive. But like, it's gonna speed up the operation so much. It would be stupid to not get it as soon as I could. And so yeah, when you first lease it, you're paying all three of those costs initially. So you're paying the base cost, obviously. Then you're paying for the first day and for the first hour. And then once you've used that whole hour, you pay for another hour, and so forth and so on. And that's not like the hours that you possess it, it's like the hours of work that you put on the machine. So when you're not using it, that's not counting against you. But the per work day would be so. But, you know, we don't even have a house, so we're not sleeping through the nights, so we can get a lot of use out of it per work day. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to lease it yet. I want to buy my winch first. Yeah. Select. We're going to return the winch. And we're going to come down here. We're still in forestry equipment. It's not as deep. And we're going to buy this. So the funny thing is, 60 horsepower, it's actually requires a little bit more than my tractor can do, but like the tractor can do a little bit more than, yeah, it's like 40 more than what it can do, because it can run this also. So anything beyond 40 horsepower past its capacity, it's just not really gonna run, at least for this tractor. So this fits within the horsepower requirements, but this, oh, it seems like it would also fit in the horsepower requirements, so that's different. So when I tested this, it wouldn't use this one. This one's cheaper anyway, though, so this is what we need. We are going to buy this guy. There we go. I have 230 bucks left. But we now officially own all the equipment that we are using. That won't be the case for long. We're going to be leasing more equipment when we are able. Look at that. This is all ours. The winch, the tractor, the avatar, and our chainsaw. That's literally all the equipment we own. A chainsaw, a tractor, and a winch. Like, I started with just a chainsaw, so we've come a long way. And we picked up more land in the process, which is good because, like, this land had just enough wood to get me this equipment and the new piece of land. So yeah, we got there. We did it. I'm gonna hop back up to the land up top and just like do a quick sweep. I think we got everything, but I want to be sure. And then we'll move on to the border of our new land down here at the bottom. And I just kind of want to like sort of carve out that space between the land we own and the land we don't and make it like more obvious visually. So I'm going to start right along that straight border. But you know, I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about because it sounds confusing. But like right here, this straight line, I'm just going to cut down trees right along this line. And like, I'll go as far over until it says I can't cut this tree down, and then I'll cut down the one next to it that I can cut down and kind of make a straight line here to make it obvious where our stuff is. And then we can go from this line, like down this line, and kind of do the same thing. And then obviously like everything on this side of the road off of those two will be ours. So that'll be pretty obvious. But yeah, that'll help with that a lot. Just clearing up those two borders. And then this is the next piece of land that I want to get, I think. 32,000. No, this is the next piece of land we want to get. That's 27,000. Almost 28,000. But it's like the next cheapest piece of land. Although if we're doing the yarder... Oh, and then when you start off with the easy one, you start with this piece of land, and this piece of land, which is crazy. Like, this is $115,000. And you just get all of that. It's nuts. But yeah, I think, even though this is a little more expensive than this, I might want to go ahead and get this one next, so that we can set up the yarder rope, like we can make that path, the yarder rope. So the yarder is actually going to sit like right here, and we're going to run the rope all the way up to like here somewhere. So everything right along that path, we want to cut down so the trees that it's moving are like clear of everything. But yeah, like right now, it's kind of hard to tell where my land ends and the other land begins. So it'd be good to like just sort of denote that more clearly. Alright, I'm not even going to take the tractor up there because I'm pretty sure we got it cleared out. Just going to park out here. And we'll go on foot. That's the marsh or whatever it is. And this we can't really cut until we own that land. And then this guy we can't use a harvester for. I don't think I can even use a chainsaw to cut this. Oh, I can? What? I can just get rid of those with the chainsaw? Oh, that's news. That's news to me. Oh, that makes me happy. Yeah, stumping everything. It just takes them out. That's great. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, things you just didn't know when you started the stream. Yep, it looks like that's it. I don't really see any more trees on this property. Bushes, tree stumps, no trees. But yeah, yeah, deer. Couple of them. We did it. Cleared out this first piece of land. That's all gone. I don't think this is on my land. No, I don't think so. Alright, let's head down to the new land. Literally just enough to buy like the next cheapest piece of land and our starter equipment. What are the odds of that? So yeah, like I'll level with you guys. I did some testing to make sure this series would be possible. So like I started a Silver Run forest map and like gave myself $0 to test like getting it down without mods and all of that kind of stuff. And then like ran up here and cut down some trees and sold them just to see like how much it would net me. And like I knew that I'd be able to make money that way. I just didn't know like how much money I'd be able to get from that piece of land and the lumber that was on it. Okay, it's not that one. Not that one. Not my flashlight. Nope, not that one. Not this one either. Okay. What about you? You on my land? You are on my land. Alright. And you? Go on my land. But you? Go on my land. You? Go on my land. You're on my land. Okay. Can't cut that one. Doesn't look like. Looks like this guy. I don't even know what to do with this. I need a forestry mulcher to take this out, it looks like. I can't get low enough to get to the... anything that I can actually cut. This is our first cut for this land. Do it. There we go. Come on. This is a big guy. I don't need to cut the tree, I just need to debranch it. Alright. Let me hop in my tractor. Let's go get this thing. It is definitely going to be nice not traveling as far to get the trees. And nice not having to like go over the creek. Alright. I don't remember exactly where this is. So it's like right off of the split almost. Like where it first starts to curve. That's where my land starts. Alright, we're not gonna catch anything, it doesn't look like. Nah. Let's go sell this bad boy. First tree from the new property. Milestone, guys. Oh, got stuck on something. Always does tend to get stuck right there. Not sure what it gets stuck on, but what are you gonna do? I probably could have gotten another tree about this size and taken them both, but not like a monumental moment, you know? It's the first tree from the new property. Seems appropriate that we're taking it by itself. What's my feeling on it? Also, the first tree to be pulled by the brand new shiny Winch here. I mean the same one we leased from before, but you know, it's we just bought the one that we were leasing. It's not a new one. Yeah, so good. We got a license plate, which is awesome. I wonder if I should just have those on the back or if I should do front and back. Right now I'm doing front and back, but I don't know that I need to. It's just fun to throw it on there. Alright, dude, go. Oh, jeez. Get out of here. You're crowding me. These AI cars. Like, stick to rewriting emails, guy. You don't need to drive. Speaking of AI, have you guys seen the commercials where they have like AI writing code now? Anyone else think that's a terrible idea? I think that's a terrible idea. Maybe that's just me. Alright, what are we getting for this? I don't think it'll be a ton, but like maybe 1,000-ish? 67. Okay, well, I was hoping for just a touch more than 67. Yikes. That's not a good start. Not a good start to the new land. Alright, let's try again. That guy was kind of small, so I guess I get it. It's straight though. It's not like it was a low value piece of wood or anything. I don't know. Like I said, let's cut some more out of the along that border line here. Wiggle my way through the forest over to my property. And so when we're ready to lease that thing, we'll need about 5,000. That shouldn't be that hard, I don't think. Alright, it should be right about here, honestly. I think that's the tree stump right there. It marks the edge of the property. Yep. That's the one. I'm going to leave that pointed in that direction so we got some extra light. Wish I could get rid of this thing. Alright, this mine? Yeah, that's mine. Not allowed to cut that tree, so that's not mine. Alright, so let's drop this guy. In it this way. Alright. Oh, this is just a small guy. It's, we definitely won't be taking it by itself. Put on my flashlight. And I think what we might do is actually just kind of run along here. Kind of cut down some more trees. We have some more options. Because, like, the way they're sitting, I'm not going to be able to pull them out of here without cutting down those trees in front of them also. Like, it's not going to hurt me to have a pile of lumber just, like, sitting here waiting to be transported. I might just do that. Like I said, I don't think I can cut this guy. Yep, not allowed to cut that tree. What about this guy? Nope. Are we sure? I'm getting mixed signals here. Nope, definitely not allowed to cut that tree. Okay. And so this one's definitely a no-go. This guy is okay. And this one I think I can carry. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, so let's debranch this guy. Easy peas. Good for that. Alright, we'll just set that here. And let's cut this down so we can actually get to the bigger tree that we cut. We got it. Alright. Okay. Back that here with the first one. And I think I might be able to take this. Yeah, it's not super tall. Let's actually cut it so it follows that direction. Just like, I can't get it as low. So we'll do it this way. We'll go flip the tractor around and get these winched up. These meaning this one we just cut down, and the smaller one. Bigger one we'll probably wait on for a little bit next trip. Alright, let's lower the winch. That just kind of braces against the ground a little bit. Not that we'll need to, but just in case. Okay. Come on. There we go. Yeah, the longer you pull the winch line, like, it just seems to kind of freeze up a little bit, calculating like where the rope's gonna lay, I guess. That was nice and easy though. Let's grab this. So far, not too bad. Seems to be pulling them easy enough. Okay, and then we've got the two variable bits here. Just kind of stack in with these. Alright, let's hook everything up. And take it down to the sawmill. Come on, it's not that much. Alright, I think once we get these to the sawmill, we'll drive back up, and that'll probably be it for the stream. But I think some impressive progress today, honestly. Now I will go ahead and pose a question for you guys that I have asked in some of the other streams. and it is simply like, how do you feel about off-camera work? So, for the most part, I have been, well, pretty much, like, completely as a rule, I have been not touching these game save files while I am not streaming. So everything that has happened in this save file, you have seen on screen. And I think for a lot of games that makes sense, but most of the games that I'm playing, it is helpful oftentimes if you have things done off screen. So like, maybe I could spend an hour one day cutting some logs, taking them to the sawmill, just building up money, so you guys don't have to watch as much as that. And like, that's something I'd be down for, but there's also a part of me that's like, well, this is a stream, and like, you guys want to see everything, that's why we do the stream. So I'm just kind of leaving it up to you. Like, how do you feel about me doing stuff off camera? Like, do you want to see everything like I'm doing now? Or are you okay with like some things happening in the background, as long as they're not like awesome things that you wouldn't want to miss? So like, I asked about this in Minecraft, and I was saying like, obviously if I ever do an AFK session, that's going to be off camera. Like, I'm not going to make you guys watch that, because like, I won't even be there for that. So that's one of the things. But like, for this, like, I'd be actively playing, but it would just be stuff like this where it's not really that exciting necessarily. But I don't know, maybe that is exciting to you and you want to see where every single dollar comes from, so you're not like, well, how did you get the money for this? And I would definitely understand that. So yeah, let me know at this point, probably in the comments when I post this as a YouTube video, how you feel about off-camera work, and if you'd like me to be doing some of that for this series or not. If you want to see everything on the stream. So like, if it happens, you want to see it. I'm okay with both approaches. And in fact, I think we will probably just sell these, and then we'll just stay parked at the sawmill and end the stream right there. Because I am not even going to have time to drive back to the land. That's okay. Alright, now if you look... try to explain the work hours a little bit better. If you look down below the speedometer, there's a little hourglass timer looking thing with numbers next to it. That's the work hours that are on the vehicle you are currently using. And it doesn't show the attached equipment, it just shows the vehicle, I'm pretty sure. That's what I had figured earlier. But yeah, you can see that we currently have 0.8 hours of work on this tractor. Like, that's how much work we've done with this tractor since we bought it. And like, since we're not leasing it, it doesn't really matter, it's just kind of for us, I guess. We can see how many hours of work we've put on any of our equipment. And like, it gets pretty high after a while, honestly. But yeah, 0.8 is nothing, basically. Just yet. And you've seen how much like we've managed to do with that. That's not too bad, honestly. Yeah, well, you shouldn't put pull-ups so close to the log, person. You didn't want your car to get hit by it. Like, why are you only leaving me a foot to maneuver around you? Jeez. But yeah, so as that ticks up on leased equipment, once it hits a full hour, it'll then charge you to cover the cost of the next hour that you will work. So you pay in advance, which is why you pay that upfront cost when you initially lease it. But yeah, just a cool thing. If you didn't know that was there, you can see how many hours of work you've put on your equipment. Which I think is kind of cool. I don't see a train coming, so should be good. Can you imagine if we ended the stream by being run over by a train? Like, that would be embarrassing. Typical, perhaps, but embarrassing nonetheless. Wow. As if on cue. Thankfully we're clear, but there it is. Good thing I wasn't dragging anything heavier. Goodness. Just a couple seconds sooner would have been a much different end to the stream. Let me just tell you. Alright. Jump out of the tractor. I'm gonna sell these 4 logs. Okay. Almost 2,000. That's respectable. So now, if I have property maintenance or anything, I can actually afford it. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. We are a little past time, actually. So we are going to call it here, but thank you all for watching. It's been a good stream. Got some stuff done. And looking forward to the next one. Once we get to that 5K, maybe like 6K, just so we have a little extra, we can lease the yarder and like we can really start moving here. Just running logs down the yarder line to right here. And then can I fast travel to here? Oh, I can. So I can just drop the log, fast travel over here, sell it, and then I can tab back to my tractor, basically wherever we're working. Ah, beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. So that's the plan for next time. So be sure to tune in next Tuesday, 7 p.m. right here at Pastor CJ Kent. And I'll catch you guys later. That song again, man. Like I said, I'm gonna move that in the order, I think. Yeah, have a good night, guys.